Hi. So, one of the biggest things that's coming through now is a loving reminder that it will be of great benefit to all of us, myself included, of course, that we can let go of the feeling that anything is missing from us or our experience. And that includes even feeling that we don't know something or that there's something that we're somehow lacking in our awareness or something like that. And I mean, that's not to say that we are fully in our mastery as such, but what I am saying and what is being said to and through me in this is that everything we need and everything that we would need to be in our mastery is already present. It's more that there's just a number of layers, many layers in most cases, that have been put up on top of it or in front of it or around it, that we've erected or constructed or created in this lifetime, and usually others that as well, that we've brought forward with us into this lifetime, that's just covering that up. And these layers I've spoken of before, like being the sun, like you are the sun, and all that's really covering up that brilliance or preventing that brilliance of the sun from shining through these clouds that have just been temporarily created or brought in front of it or around it. And really they're just vapor. They're nothing of real substance, yet it feels to us in a lot of cases like they are impenetrable. They're not able to even be moved or cleared. And that's the same as what I'm getting now for this. Like everything that we need, everything that we are or want to be, we really already are. It's just that there's some layers of clouds or whatever we would want to call it, some layers of beliefs, something like that, that are obscuring it, that's covering it up. And it's really just a matter of a process of identifying them and letting them be released, really. And it's not even necessary to get rid of them as such in a lot of cases. It's more just seeing them for what they are and realizing them for what they are, that they're not really the truth of who and what we are. They're just these temporary illusions, these things that we've put on in front of us or taken on around us or in us, that are obscuring who and what we really are, and that are preventing us from accessing, receiving, and realizing, knowing, and being everything that we need as well for ourselves, for others. And this, of course, goes for others as well. So that the more that we are able to see these things for what they are and embrace them, but simply as we embrace them, seeing them in the light of truth. And when we see them in the light of truth for what they really are, we realize they're not true. Therefore, they're not real. And in that awareness, then they will naturally dissipate. They'll naturally clear, because in the light of truth, what is false simply can't exist. And again, this is usually a process. Sometimes things will clear out even on their own, or so it seems, very quickly, and other times we need to be giving them our attention, and there's a process of undoing what has been done, which is really just a process of dismantling what we've constructed that is not really the truth of who we are. And this will be, in many cases, things that we've constructed in how we perceive others and how we perceive the world, not just ourselves. And so all of these untruths, as we continue to recognize them for what they are, then there can be a process of working through them in order to bring the light of truth to them. And yet it doesn't need to be an arduous process, and we don't also need to be focused on what we perceive or think is wrong. It can often be more that we shift our focus to what we know that is already true, what we already know is true about ourselves, about others, about the world. And in shifting our focus in that way, then untruths that may have been existing because of that perception or misperception of the world, they will start to fall away on their own without us needing to be looking at them directly. In fact, it may help the process of them being cleared by us not focusing so much on them directly, rather focusing on the truths that we know about ourselves and each other and the world and beyond. So just a process here, just a loving reminder about this, that you already have and are everything that you need. It's already with you. It already is in you. It's already you. Yet there's just some temporary veils, some things that we've put up that will temporarily make it appear that you don't have everything that you need, that there's some things or some aspects or qualities that are lacking. But really, those veils, they're illusions. They're not true. So that's my message for today, is just to take a look at what you have, what you're experiencing, from the perspective, the deeper knowing that really you are lacking nothing, and that everything that you would prefer not to be experiencing in your life, or things that you feel are missing, things that you would prefer to have in your life that you perceive are missing, are fully accessible when you let yourself shift from the perspective of not having something or not being something to shifting to the perspective of you already have all that you need, and whatever it is that you perceive is missing or that you are not is fully available to you and much more able to be experienced, be received by you, be experienced, be realized by you, when you are able to see and realize, remember the truth that you already have it, really, in the greater perspective of things, the greater truth of things. And this can take some practice. It's not always easy, but it's very simple when you look at it from the perspective, the truth of what is really so, and who and what you really are. So allow yourself to receive that and experience it. And experience your truth that's already present in you when you allow yourself to relax and remember that. I'll see you next time. Love you.